How's it going, everyone? Want to take you guys through some big Ninja Gaiden 4 updates in this video, and honestly, the last few weeks have been jam-packed with so many big game releases that I'm actually happy that for me personally, there's a little bit of a lull for a couple of weeks in October. Like, Battlefield 6 is coming out, but then after that, if you got a Switch, you can check out Pokemon Zeta A. But then for me, Ninja Gaiden 4 is gonna be the next big game that I really delve into as far as a single-player solo experience. So gonna be able to catch up on some of these titles that have come out recently. Just beat Borderlands 4, now working through Final Fantasy Tactics. Look, it's a good problem to have, but I am very much looking forward to Ninja Gaiden 4. Finally, a new mainline entry into the Ninja Gaiden franchise, and we've got some huge updates on the game. First of all, major DLC has been announced. Ninja Gaiden 4 DLC, The Two Masters, and this will be included in the deluxe edition of the game. Yeah, some of you guys might not be aware about the fact that the deluxe edition does include some major bonus content, and the deluxe edition will be $90. Now, you know, I love me some Ninja Gaiden. Look, I've played every single Ninja Gaiden game since it's come out. A lot of people be canceling Game Pass, you know, so if you're gonna go the route of buying this game, I am really curious how many people are gonna end up spending $70 on the game. Look, I never like to quantify the value of a game based on how lengthy it is, but Ninja Gaiden is just one of those experiences that it's not gonna be a 30-40 hour game. I think being a 30-40 hour game would be a huge detriment to Ninja Gaiden as a game. I think rather, if you get a 10 to 15 hour experience that you like so much and you want to go back and replay it based on upping the difficulty or whatever the case may be, that's the better route to go. But I also do wonder how many people are going to look at a game like that and be like, might not want to drop my $70 on it right now, get it on sale. Now, to be fair, also, Team Ninja titles, Tecmo Koei games, those games have always held up in price for a while, so we'll see how all of that goes down. But Ninja Gaiden 4 does have some DLC. The Two Masters has been announced, and it was noted in the official Xbox podcast video. So the Two Masters downloadable content, which will be available in early 2026, contains new weapons for Yakumo and Ryu. And you can see from the key visual that Yakumo's new weapon captures his personality and his approach to combat with, you know, his expressive abilities, whereas Ryu's weapon, as you can probably glean from the key visual, has a more precise look to it and will allow you to perform powerful and high-speed abilities. Each of these weapons will have its own distinct qualities and a plethora of mechanics for players to dig into, so we invite players to look forward to it. It was noted, in addition to these weapons, there's also going to be a new story content that's included in the Two Masters downloadable content, and the story content takes place after the events of the base game and unfolds from the perspective of both of these characters. In addition to the story content, there will be a post-game challenge content that exists separate from the Ninja Trials that are in the base game, so there's a lot of content for players to dig into, and we can't wait to share more details about the player with the player as it becomes available. I'm happy that they're getting the information rollout going out on this now, because some people might be on the fence on whether or not they want to pick up the deluxe edition, but that's a pretty big selling point to the deluxe edition. The base game will be $70. Like I said, the deluxe edition will be $90, so it will be quite expensive. You'll get the Ninja Gaiden 4 base game, you'll get that Two Masters gameplay expansion, traditional Dark Blue and Legendary Black Falcon Ryu skins, Blade of the Archfield Ryu weapon skin, Divine Chimera and Raven Master Yakumo skins, Divide a Chimera Yakumo weapon set, 50,000 bonus ninja coin, and additional in-game items such as life elixirs, incense of rebirth, and iron brew, and more. Nothing too major outside of the expansion, but you know, you'll get some skins and whatnot, and I would imagine that the expansion's probably going to be priced at $19.99, and the other bonuses kind of are just on top of that. They're really trying to sell you here with the expansion. Thankfully, no fake early access baked into it. I would have been pretty bummed out if that would have been the case, but no fake early access there. So let me know your guys' thoughts on, first of all, is this a game you're gonna pick up day one at a $70 price point? Because I think that's one of those elements that, you know, Game Pass is going up in price. It's $30 a month now for Ultimate, but given that in the span of a month, you're gonna get Ninja Gaiden 4. I believe Keeper is coming out as well, and Call of Duty Black Ops. You can still make the argument from a value proposition standpoint it's worthwhile. You know, I think the Game Pass price increase is crazy, but you might disagree with me on that. Moving on from that, we also did get a Ninja Gaiden 4 difficulty design trailer, which y'all know how I feel. If you watch our channel regularly, look, I love the difficulty options in games these days. I know some people are all about, oh my god, it's game journalist difficulty, oh my god, get good, kid. Guess what? The reality is, and you could make the argument, hey, not every game needs to have an easy component, not every game has to be made for you guys, but what I appreciate is the fact that there are people that have a lot going on in their day-to-day life these days, and sure, when I was younger, and bear in mind, I'm somebody that's doing this as a content creator, and I have the benefit of sinking more time than the average person into video games. But think about the people that have, you know, their lengthy 9-to-5s, they have kids, etc., etc. Offering a variety of difficulty options, I think, goes a long way. And sure, you're not gonna hear a lot of people be as pronounced as I am talking about it, because it's kind of in the gaming world these days, it's a little bit uncomfortable to talk about because you get clowned on when you talk about appreciating an easy, I don't care. Whoa, dude, you're better at a video game than me. I remember when Lies of P got its easy difficulty and my boys were clowning me for celebrating that, and I played through Lies of P at its standard difficulty, but I still celebrated that. I was very transparent in the fact that I played First Berserker Kazan on the easy difficulty, and with the abundance of these difficult Souls-like games, whenever a game has their difficulty design laid out and how they're offering accessibility options, easier difficulties, especially a game like Ninja Gaiden, which, to be fair, did have its difficulty back in the day. And they added those accessibility options with Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, but they're noting this in a brand new difficulty design option. Now, for those of you that want a really easy route to playing the game, Hero Mode is available. That, literally simplifies the game to probably a ridiculous degree for most people, where, you know, you've got auto block, auto guard, auto dodge, things of that nature, where if you really just want to feel like a badass and just go through the game, but you know, that takes out an element of the game. But guess what? Nobody's forcing you to play the game at hero mode, so the fact it's there, great. On top of that, they have a lot of depth on what they are offering in terms of tailoring the experience. Now, you'll have the difficulty normal, there's a hard difficulty. At any time, you can change it during the story, allowing you to curate your combat experience to your progression as a player as well. So if you decide on one difficulty and you want to opt out, change it, you have that option to do that. On top of that, they'll have a lot of specific options that you'll be able to change, and there is a focused training mode where you will be able to adjust settings. And speaking of progression, Ninja Gaiden 4 introduces a standalone training mode, a series first that can be accessed at any time from the main menu. There you can brush up on your attack skills, and I like that idea of it being available at any point. So if you do just want to train a little bit, figure out the gameplay, but because I do foresee this being the first Ninja Gaiden game for a lot of people, given that Ninja Gaiden has been MIA for so long. There will be the Master Ninja difficulty. You'll have normal, hard, Master Ninja difficulty. That'll have your skills pushed to the limit. Master Ninja cannot be switched mid-game, and the Badge of Honor for completing this difficulty will be reserved for those who have truly honed their skills. So you still have a super hard difficulty for those that want to get into it, but if you want to play the game at an easier difficulty, that option is available for you. I know I get pretty passionate about the easier difficulty options, and I get so passionate about it is because, guys, every gaming event we hear 6 new action Souls-like games that are gonna push you to the absolute limit, and it's like, dude, there's an abundance of those games available. Some of those games are introducing easier difficulty options, but the more action games we get that a variety of people can play, and I'm not saying every game has to go in this direction, but at the same time, I'm allowed to appreciate games having options for people that are washed in video games. You know, I sometimes call myself a washed up old man. Do you think I'm gonna beat this game at the Master Ninja difficulty? Hell no, I ain't. I'm gonna play this game at normal. I'm gonna move on with my life, and then if I want to go back and I enjoy the game, and maybe I'll play it at hard difficulty, hell no, I'm gonna play this game at Master Ninja difficulty. I try to get whooped like that, but I love Ninja Gaiden, always have enjoyed the games, but at this point, having those difficulty options I think is phenomenal. And again, I get on a little bit of a tangent, but love seeing that, and I can appreciate it all day long. And if you want to play it on the Master Ninja difficulty setting, hey, that option's gonna be available for you. You could get your Badge of Honor, you could be locked into that difficulty, you could have a great time with it, and you know, I'll be in my lane playing on normal mode. But that's gonna do it for me. Again, we got some updates on Ninja Gaiden 4. The Two Masters DLC, that expansion will be coming out in early 2026, and it'll feature new weapons for Ryu and Yakumo, and new story content and more bonuses to sink into, and we've got the difficulty design trailer that dropped as well. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thank you for watching. Sound off down below, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.